So most of us know at this point we got this fight coming up with Jake Paul and Mike Tyson tomorrow night. And it's hard to really believe that this is even happening. And I think most of us can see that Mike's just doing it because he's enjoying it. I'm sure he's thinking about the money, but he just looks like he's having a fun time. Whereas Jake is on the more serious end, trying to intimidate Mike, and we know that's not going to work.
Why does Mike Tyson win this fight?
Because I'm Mike Tyson.
Why does Jake Paul win this fight?
Because I'm Jake Paul. No. Man, this is just, it's my time. That, you know, the gods have showed this to me. I'm going to be faster, stronger, and more elusive. He's not going to know where I'm coming from, and I'm
great imagination.
I'm truly going to
Mike is completely unfazed by him. Completely.
show the world that I outboxed Mike Tyson, and that's fucking wild.
Like, look, you criticize Jake's skills. What does that say about you if you lose?
Well, I'm not going to lose.
Thing is, what we got to remember here, Mike is almost 60 years old and Jake Paul is 27. That's a massive difference. The thing is, I know these guys are making millions, but who would want to get in there with a 60-year-old man, regardless of who they are, even if they are Mike Tyson?
So I can't even fathom losing. I can't even imagine it. He's not going to win. I think he thinks this is going to be a very easy night. It's not going to be an easy night.
I don't think that.
Is it me, or does Jake come across a bit nervous?
The baddest man on the planet, heavyweight. Look, I mean, just look at the fucking guy sitting here right now.
Right.
He's an animal. He posts Instagram pictures and I get a little scared because of how good he looks. But I have to step up to this level and show people that I can accomplish the impossible.
He's definitely right about that. Mike is looking in tip-top form, especially for 60 years of age. We can't deny that.
And that's what the story of Jake Paul is all about.
End up beating Mike Tyson, not just beating Mike Tyson, knocking Mike Tyson out.
Obviously, it would be the biggest moment in all of boxing history.
Stop the cap.
No, it wouldn't, mate. Like, I don't know why you keep saying that. Yeah, it's Mike Tyson, we know that. And I keep saying it. He's 60 years old. Every single person knows if this fight was happening when Mike, if Mike was the same age as Jake, man, it wouldn't even last 10 seconds.
On Friday night when I put this man to sleep. So that is pretty dope.
He dreams a lot.
A lot of dreaming.
I knew it, they all come true.
This is what I'm saying. Look at Mike's face compared to Jake's. Mike just looks like he's having a fun time, a little play around. Look how serious Jake is. What is he doing? Look at Mike.
The ultimate disruptor.
Wow, not the gun fingers, man.
The baddest man on the planet. July 20th, AT&T Stadium.
Look at Jake's face.
Arlington, Texas. It will be the massive, biggest event. Get on your feet, Arlington, Texas. Jake Paul.
I don't know what Jake's thinking. I don't think anyone is taking this that serious as him, and stood there trying to intimidate him and act like he's fighting Mike in his former shell. We all know how that would go down. Look, I'm not trying to discredit Mike. He's a bad dude now, even when he's near 60. But he's not the man he used to be, and Jake's acting like he's fighting Mike in his prime. And don't get me wrong, this fight could be fixed. I hope it isn't, but it damn well could be. And my only respect to Jake is, when he fought Tommy Fury, Tyson Fury's brother, he was a legit boxer. You know, and if you watch that fight he had, and you didn't know who the YouTuber was, the Disney kid or the boxer, you wouldn't know, because Jake fought pretty well in that fight, in my opinion. But this fight, nah, it's not good for the sport. You know, fair play to these guys. They're making a shitload of money, but does it really need to happen? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
I'm aching up. I'm tougher than I believe I was. Because actually, when I agreed to this fight, I started training. I said, what the f*** am I aching up? I finished the process. The fight's the party. All the hard work is done. Still, family's everything. My kids, to my children, are nobody. But then that night, they're going to find out their father's very special.
Wow.
don't think they take me for granted because they talk a lot of mess to me that nobody else would. So the night of the fight, they're going to realize they better watch it next time they talk crap to me. I love you very much. I can't wait till you come. I'm changing up real quick. All I can say is thank you, God.
Man, when you hear a guy say a speech like that before the fight about his kids and all that, yeah, I think it might be a wrap for Jake. So this man you can see here, his name is Joe Egan. He's one of Mike's former sparring partners. And Mike even said that this man was the toughest white dude he ever met. He actually said that himself. So when he was asked about the upcoming fight, let's listen to what he has to say.
Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. What are Joe Egan's thoughts on that fight?
I believe, in his mind, he really believes that he can beat Mike Tyson. That's a fighter's mind, do you understand? So Jake Paul is a man of courage, and that's an admirable trait to have. It takes a lot of courage to climb into a boxing ring. You play football, you play basketball, you play golf, you play tennis. You don't play boxing.
How do you see the fight going, Joe?
I believe it's an exhibition.
Right.
Right? But there'll be punches exchanged. And all punches hurt. Anybody that tells you that the punches don't hurt is telling lies. I've had enough punches in my time to know how punches hurt.
Do you think there's any chance that Jake Paul could beat Mike? And he could take him by surprise if Mike doesn't take it seriously?
Mike's taking it serious.
Yeah, you can see by the footage.
Mike's taking it serious.
I mean, look at Mike's physical condition. I mean, he is in incredible shape. You've got to give him credit for that. And yeah, he looks like he's definitely taking it serious. I think this is his last run at boxing. So he's probably excited.
What's it like being hit by Mike Tyson?
Very, very painful, Theo. Very, very painful. See, if Mike Tyson missed you with a punch, you'd get pneumonia from the draft.
What a thing to say that you've been punched by Mike Tyson. I mean, just to say that is pretty cool.
Off on Friday night, so I got my diamond spiked ear covers right there.
All right. Let me turn my attention to the...
Official betting odds are out for Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson in their boxing match coming out Saturday, July 20th. And guess what? Big surprise. Jake Paul is the favorite at -170 to Tyson at +130.
Wow, I would not have thought that, to be honest. I really wouldn't have thought that they would have put Jake as the favorite.
This is going to be an officially sanctioned professional bout. It will go on both of their professional records.
Wow. Didn't know that either. I thought it was an exhibition, but there you go.
Knockouts are allowed, 8 2-minute rounds, 14-ounce gloves, and no headgear. So, tell me guys, what do you think?
Well, I think 14-ounce gloves. I've competed in 14-ounce gloves. They're super, super heavy. So to those who don't know what ounce and all that stuff with gloves, it's pretty much how much they weigh. So most professionals box in 8 to 10-ounce gloves. Amateurs box in 12-ounce to 14s. And 14s, yeah, they're super heavy. It depends on the gloves, but one of these guys could still get a knockout in them, because the ones I wore were literally out the seal and they were rock solid. And you'll see a lot of boxers do this before, you know, when they're in the locker room walking out between rounds, because they're trying to squeeze that padding down, because most gloves only get used for one night and then they're thrown in the bin. So people will try and squeeze that padding down to sort of put that mold around their knuckles. But a lot of people are saying you can't get a knockout in 14-ounce gloves. You definitely can.
About Jake Paul being the favorite here. Now, I want to point out, betting odds are not a true probability of winning. In fact, there are a lot of other factors that influence that. However, I think the bookies are going with the fact that Paul is so much younger than Tyson, that they actually think he might win.
Well, there's definitely a possibility he could win. You know, Mike Tyson is my favorite boxer of all time. And as much as I want him to win, he's almost 60 and Jake Paul is 27. There's only so much your body can do at that age. I think Mike's going to come out strong. I think the first you know, when he gets to like round 4, maybe 5, maybe sooner, I think he's going to start to gas. And that's not down to his skill and ability. That's just his body going through the paces. So if Mike doesn't get him out there early, I think he's going to struggle in the later rounds. But I hope it doesn't get to that point. I'd love to see Mike win this.
Because here's the thing. They're not encouraging anyone to bet for Jake Paul with these odds, but they're encouraging people to bet for Mike Tyson with these odds, which that's what I'm asking. Should I put down a big bet on Iron Mike Tyson to put out Jake Paul in this fight? It seems like a good bet to me.
Well, I wouldn't bet anything on this fight because there's a chance it will be fixed, and Jake Paul's got a history of that. So I honestly don't know what's going to happen, whether this is a legit fight or not. My prediction is I think Mike will get him out of there early. I hope. If it goes later than 6-7, maybe Jake can change it. And that's only because he's the younger man. Otherwise, he would get smoked. But I'd be interested to hear your thoughts, your predictions on this fight overall. Let me know in the comments. And I know this style of videos, those who have been watching me for a while, this is definitely a different style. But I like trying new things every now and again. Let me know if you like it, and I'll keep doing it. I'll see you in the next one.